If you don't exercise, you'll become mentally and physically stagnated the older you get, and I'm not going to get that way.
There are a number of foods and resources to promote heart health all year long. That's especially important as we age, and the same foods that make our hearts healthy can keep our minds nimble too. Baby boomers need to know that there are a lot of ways to stay youthful as they reach their prime. You can run, but you can't hide from the inevitable.
Things are happening to me that are making me realize that I'm aging.
Every 8 seconds, someone in the U.S. turns 50.
My knees click all the time.
It can affect body and mind.
It's almost like a plexiglass bank teller screen in front of me. I can see the person, I know who they are, and I know their name, and I can't for the light. It's just behind here, it's gone.
In fact, the average person notices some memory loss as early as age 40.
The typical American diet is almost perfectly designed to wreck your brain.
High-fat foods that clog coronary arteries can also affect the brain.
You're going to decrease blood flow to your brain, and you're going to increase your risk for Alzheimer's.
So what's a baby boomer to do? For one, eat foods that are high in omega-3 fatty acids like tuna and salmon. Second, increase your vitamin intake. Third, indulge in 1 to 3 glasses of wine a week.
Those 3 changes in and of themselves would probably make a remarkable difference.
There, he's got it.
While some advocate feeding your brain, other researchers have seen that when animals eat less or fast intermittently, it can increase lifespan and brain function.
It can protect nerve cells from becoming dysfunctional and degenerating.
Mark Mattson studies rodents who had their caloric intake reduced by 30%.
It can enhance learning and memory, particularly in older rats and mice, and it can stimulate the production of new nerve cells.
In human terms, that would mean cutting 800 calories from a 3,000 calorie a day diet.
Russ, pass that cheese and crackers, please.
A diet of brain-building exercises can also pump your cognitive ability.
The world is your brain gym.
Neurobiologist Larry Katz says neurobics can keep your aging brain agile and can be as simple as altering everyday routines.
The feeling that people get of, wow, this is strange, is actually your brain focusing its attention on a new and a novel task involving a whole different set of sensory inputs.
For example, try closing your eyes when you open a door.
This is like pin the tail on the donkey.
Just simply feeling around is activating maps of your world that you have in your brain.
Brush your teeth with the non-dominant hand.
Oh, this is weird.
Or eat a family meal in silence, using only visual cues to communicate. This involves one or more of your senses in a different context. There is another potentially crippling side effect to getting older. Women over 50 have a 1 in 2 chance of eventually suffering a fracture caused by osteoporosis. The risk for men is 1 in 4.
The whole objective of treatment is to reduce the likelihood of fractures happening.
Oral medications are commonly prescribed for osteoporosis, but they can have uncomfortable side effects, including stomach upset.
With osteoporosis medicines, it's clear that fewer than 50% of the people who are given a prescription continue their treatment beyond a year.
It might accentuate hot flashes, and I wasn't looking forward to any more of those.
Let me see your hands for just a moment.
That's why Paula Dungan enrolled in a clinical trial testing a new drug called AMG 162, given by a shot.
Okay, all done.
Twice-a-year shots are easier for some patients to stomach. Studies continue to examine the drug's effectiveness. There is a myth that as we age, we should take it easy.
I'll be 89 in 2 months. I'm 83.
I was born October 4th, 1911.
But the opposite is true.
Pinch your shoulders and relax, okay?
And while many consider walking to be enough exercise, the latest research says it may not be adequate.
You have to educate them that that's only one component of fitness.
Strength training can add measurable benefit.
We take them 2 times a week for about 45 minutes. And research says that you can gain about 75 to 85% of the strength gains in that period of time.
Up
And there's a bonus for the brain, too, as exercise creates certain chemicals and brain connections that are only achieved through physical activity.
To increase their ability, their mobility, increase the interaction, cognitive, both physically and cognitive interaction with their grandchildren, with their children, to have their life more meaningful.
They say laughter is good for the soul.
Definitely.
But now there's evidence it's good for your heart, too.
We know that laughter helps to reduce stress. We know that stress is perhaps the most underrated of all our heart disease risk factors.
Cardiologists at the University of Maryland are looking at how laughter versus stress specifically affects the endothelium, which is the lining of the blood vessels.
We believe that there is a direct effect of how our endothelium behaves and the development and progression of heart disease.
While the research is not conclusive, no doubt adding a little of this to your life, at the very least, it'll keep you young at heart.
I love you.
Of course, it's important to talk to your doctor before starting an exercise program, but you can start some type of program at any age and with any ailment.